Hello there, glad to have you join us this week on Dateline Lagos. I'm Loretta Chiogo. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of what's coming on the program. The 16th edition of the Lagos National Women's Conference ends after 3 days of extensive deliberations on critical issues confronting the family. The Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce applauds the Lagos State government on the emergence of Lagos as Africa's fifth largest economy, as it indicates interest to support the state government to globalize the state economy. Governor Akinwumi releases 500 million naira disability trust fund, inaugurates a board of trustees to manage the grant. Also, retired heads of service and permanent secretaries in Lagos State submits a report of the 2016 summit, recommends biannual security summit at the local government level. Now, let's begin with Women Affairs. Last week, we brought the highlights of the opening ceremony of the 16th Annual Lagos National Women's Conference, organized by the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, CALSO. The three-day forum opened the minds of participants to new ideas and information that will make them better empowered to become change agents. Here's the closing ceremony.
Just like the opening, the closing ceremony of 2016 National Women's Conference of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, CALSO, draws the attention of several guests. The chief host and matron of CALSO, Governor Akinwumi-Bello, his counterpart from Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, the Governor of Edo State, Mr. Adams Oshimole, as well as the Governor-elect of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, all accompanied by their wives. After wide deliberations on topics revolving around the theme, Strong Family, Strong Nation, the wife of the Secretary to the Lagos State Government, Professor Ebiyemi Olatunji-Bello, presents salient points and recommendations from the conference.
As women, we need to firm up the building blocks of our families to prevent the social problems evident in dysfunctional families, which by extrapolation crumbles the society. 2, good skills of parenting are essential for effective child rearing. These should not be left to parents alone, but government and society must also play their part by creating an environment for effective, positive development of our children. Number 3, our children must develop specific skills to meet society's demands so that they don't develop a sense of inferiority. 4, as parents, we should realize that technology can be good and also very bad. Parents should therefore prevent their children from the harmful effects of technology. The negative impacts are increased physical, psychological, and behavioral disorders, such as child obesity, diabetes, coordination and learning disorders, to mention a few. These are associated with technology overuse.
The communique also covered issues on developing and sustaining strong family and cultural values, enabling love and care within the family, as well as combating domestic violence.
Lagos State has taken proactive steps to combat domestic violence and child neglect, which seem to be on the increase in our society. It has enacted laws, formulated policies, and established institutions and agencies to provide support for victims, enforcement and implementation of the laws. The general public should take advantage of the services of all the units and agencies. For example, Office of the Public Defender and Directorate of Citizens' Rights. The 6th point, parents are encouraged to bring back our values. Our cultural and ethical values have been eroded by modernization. Number 7, a family in which a member has some disability and health challenges are encouraged to face the responsibility with love and care. Number 8, carers of People with physical and mental disabilities face mental ill health. Therefore, there is a need for effective support and health promotion for such carers. Number 9, life is about loving relationships with your spouse, your children, family, friends, and your relationship with God. Money is not the most important factor in life. Money does not buy long-term happiness and fulfillment. Number 10, it can never be overflowed. Women should plan their estates now. Write your will now. Tomorrow might be too late. And finally, Your Excellency, we should eat healthy and be active. Walk as often as possible and choose the stairs instead of lifts when you have the option. A healthy body leads to a healthy mind and a much happier life.
The remarks of the wife of the Lagos State Governor and the chairman of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, Mrs. Bolanle Ambode, is grateful to participants and hopes that lessons from the conference will be sustained.
This conference, no doubt, opened our minds to new ideas, gave the information, statistics, and more. It will probably be a day or two before we can sift through all the materials with us to consolidate our own personal perspectives. There is plenty to reflect upon as regards our individual and collective contributions to building strong families that can beget strong nations.
Declaring the conference closed, the special guest of honor, Governor Adams Oshiomhole, commended the developmental efforts of the Lagos State government. He says the strategic traffic management initiatives has, to a large extent, addressed the challenges confronting family bond.
As we were driving here today, I noticed something that I think is worth celebrating because of its impact in helping family unity and family union. When we close from work and we have reasons not to go home straight, reasons that are probably not too convenient to disclose, we simply tell our wife, you know the problem of traffic. I have been here for 3 hours. You know I wanted to come home early to have dinner. Imagine I'm just coming. And the food that had been prepared is cold. Children have gone to sleep. Now that family union around the dinner table is compromised because Oga went somewhere or he's blaming traffic. Now Ambode has removed that excuse from what I saw today. And by doing that, you have removed the excuse, but also save in time and fuel consumption for husband and wife to get back home, to sit around the common table to celebrate the family union every evening, every morning.
Facilitators and participants are upbeat about the advantages of the conference.
Just about 3 weeks ago, we've been able to pass a bill on violence against women and other related assaults on women. And I've been able to gain a lot, of which I'll be able to explain when I get back to the house. Most especially on the issue of women, assault on women. Also on the issue of will.
We are losing values of family ties. We are losing family etiquette. There is no more time for parents to sit down and teach their children what exactly family ties and family values are. Apparently, this causes disorganization within the body system. So if you have parental control, children by 7 o'clock, they should be getting ready to go to bed. 6 o'clock, they can sit down for just 1 hour to watch educative subjects on the television.
One of the highlights of the closing ceremony is the presentation of plaques to individuals and organizations for their contributions to the aspiration and mission of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials and to the success of the conference over the years.